Hi beautiful soul, here's Julie Routier for another reading and I'm so happy to be with you here today. I am an intuitive energy healer, also the founder of Essence Sky, the School of Healing and Natural Therapies, and I'm so happy to really bring a message for you this week for the collective. So again, make sure to take really what resonates with you and let go of what doesn't. If you are attracted to this video, make sure to really go ahead. It just means there is a message for you and that your soul might just need to hear, or your consciousness need to hear it today. So let's get started. All right. So I'm going to start with my beautiful Angel Tarot today. And I'm just going to connect and ask for a message for the collective. This one wanna go. Okay. Oh my god, we have a lot of cards, so I might just check if all need to be here today because it's quite a lot. Okay, here no. Okay, well there's one. Okay. All right, perfect. So we got them here. And I'm just going to open them. And there is quite a lot today coming, alright? So usually it's not much like that, but we have 9 cards, alright? So it's quite a lot for the tarot, and there is only one that is actually upside down, so it's quite exciting. Okay, so we need one from this one. One card for the collective for this week. The message that need to come. Yep, this one. Oh, it's okay. So actually it's the Angel Tarot that wanted to come really for today for you. Message for the collective, for everyone. Is this one? No. Message for the collective. Okay, no, I cannot pick this one now, but I can for the star seed message. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. And so for the book, I'm just going to listen what needs to be. I hear the 3rd of May. We are really around May at the moment. It's quite impressive. Alright, and that need to come later. So I'm going to put that aside. Okay, let's connect with this because I feel there is quite a lot of message. Alright, so. Okay, so the first is the Queen of Water. I feel that is really attracting me very strongly to start. You know, we're going to start with this one and see the message. And so this message is really... So this message to me, when I see the card, without even reading what's going on at the top, I do feel it's really an arising of yourself out of the water. And you can finally breathe, and you are very looked after. You have the right people around you, so you can see you have a tribe, and you can see the orca at the bottom, and then it's kind of like you rising out of the water and you really expand your wings. And it's almost like the universe is very open around you to bring you what you need, but you are really well surrounded. So that's what I feel at this stage. So if you are that person, make sure to comment below. But I do feel it's very strong around being very, you finally put your head out of the water and you are well surrounded. I see a lot of victory around that. And you can see there's two, that one doesn't want to be seen. It's quite funny sometimes, you know, guys. I really have to listen to that because sometimes when something's dropped, it's mean let it go, you know. So anyway, so I'm letting it go. But I feel there is a really very big sense of victory at this time of the of your life, and you really need to listen to it, and not to listen to it, really enjoying it, because it's not every day that there is so much victory around you, and it can be a victory on all level of your life, you know. It can be a victory that finally you have your head out of the water, or a victory for friendship, or a victory to simply enjoying the life and accepting what you have, because, you know, that's why I was saying about the accepting what you accepting. That's a big word in my life at the moment, and I feel you know, before starting to share this message with you, I felt very strongly the accepting message coming, and I do feel it's a moment of where you put your head out of the water. It's kind of like you realize all that you have and you are accepting it, because, you know, it's good, it's very well to see what you have around, but it's also well to really have gratitude and accepting it and as a present. And I think very strongly that there is a big sense of that this week, is like realizing what you have, because it's very important, and sometimes you can realize it but not really putting gratitude around it, and always want. And it's like I say in many readings, it's beautiful to want and to have goals, but it's also the process of enjoying the journey toward it. Because if you always look at the goal and only waiting for that goal to arrive in your life, you're not actually enjoying your life as such, you know. You just kind of like putting like I would say blind around your eyes, and you're just focusing on one thing. And it's beautiful to be like that and persistent and all this, but at the same time, when you put blind around you, you really lose the overall perspective of what is coming to you to make your life joyous and with full of beautiful people or events that need to come. You're not even able to see them. So that's a sense of that. It's a sense of victory that the blind are coming down, and that's really beautiful. And there is a sense of unity, and you unify, I feel, with yourself, but also finally with the people who surround you. So it's kind of like you realize that they are there to really help you. And, you know, there's people around you, could be also your spiritual family. They might not just be physical, but they might be also on an energetic level. So really take attention to what you feel that is around you, all right? And so I feel unity, it's a big major card. You know, you have quite a few major cards in this and so it's the Archangel Sandalphon, and this one is really, yeah, it's funny because it said it's really finding your mentor, but I do feel it's finding your spiritual one. And you can see around him, you have the home, you have the yin and yang, and you have the cross, you have you know, all the different religion sign in the bubble around him. So it's finding unity with all that is, and all that really feel right on a spiritual level as well, and knowing that it's kind of funny, but what comes is what I'm hearing is it's also finding and realizing that all the belief system are really uniting, and that we all believe in some things is like connecting to another. So yes, we might believe there is that God or the other God, but actually it's one energy that we believe in it, and it's the unity of that, and it's also accepting that we all have our own belief, but we come in and we unite with everybody, and we unite with all spiritual family. So that's what I feel very strongly. It's also an awakening. And again, this card is very beautiful with what I was saying about accepting. It's looking at everything with another angle, and by the removing the blind, actually you're able to see really on a big perspective. I really love that card, because actually if you look at the angel, which is the angel Gabriel, is upside down, and when you turn the card, actually you can see it to you, facing you. I don't know how you say it, sorry. Alright, you know, so I just feel it's really seeing finally some things in another perspective, and being okay with that. And I do feel if it's with your belief, it's with the people, physical people or energetic people that surround you. It's also with all the belief of spirituality, that everyone has their own belief, but that is really a unity. So I do feel there is a sense of peacefulness around that. It's kind of like accepting also that everyone have their opinion and have their own belief, but that in the end of the day we all connect to one another. And that's also why collective reading is beautiful, and why I love doing them, because there is a message for every one of us in this. Yes. Alright, so then I feel a big sense of nature, and in the big sense of nature I do feel yeah, again it's the victory, but this is the victory of have been working on some things very meaningful to you, and so that might be for somebody else. And I feel for entrepreneur, or someone who have been working in a company and have really followed their heart on what could be good for their work and where they wanted to go. And I do feel there is something really flourishing and very nurturing, and I feel very strongly the nature. So I don't know if that job is meaning you have been in the nature, or more like it's natural for you. It's something that really is close to your heart, and finally is taking it's kind of like taking off. And yeah, I feel showing is light to the world, is finally shining and showing up. And but that's because, oh, okay, I understand now the nature. This is because you have been able to surrender and to really connect with nature, and really listen to the knowledge. Yeah, and yeah, I might feel that it might be for some people who work with plant or the energy of the earth, that they have been able to listen or to share their message that was coming from their heart to the earth. And so now something is very flourishing from that. Or what I hear could be that very connected with the water, the head out of the water is like the seed that is finally growing. And you can see, you know, from the seed they had to push, the little sprout had to push over the soil to get its head head out of the soil or out of the ground to see the light. And I do feel that's again the sense of being able to kind of like getting out of that, and it's like the sprout is out and you have been learning and going through that darkness or that learning or that discovery or that hustling, and now you're able to really have your head out of the water to actually see on a work. Oh, it's not the word. On it's not coming. That's okay. I feel that was what I needed to come out. That yeah, you unfold. Some things have unfold, and either if it's on a spiritual level, or that you have been able to see what's actually around you, or it's actually entrepreneurial. Here we go, got the word. Level, that you finally see the light of something's unfolding in your business or in your work, something that you have been created within a company that you work for, or within your own company that you have developed. So I feel there is a strong sense of that. And there is unity in all of that. There is awakening. You have been learning. On all levels there is a victory, and you have been learning and go through all that stage of life to able now to see and have a better perspective on everything. Unity with all the belief of everyone, accepting that everyone have their own belief, but that in the end of the day everything is connecting and surrounding, connecting to each other. And then I feel there is the Archangel Raphael that is coming with the card, the Lover. And with this card, I do feel again that it's a connection, not especially to it's not like a couple love, or, you know, I do feel it's more like a love connection with the earth and the universe, and that love connection give you the ability to actually see and open your eyes to what could be for you if you are uncertain. But no, I do feel there is no uncertainty in this reading. I do feel, gosh, there is a lot of message, but I do feel everything is connected, so I'm trying to be as clear as possible, but I feel some stuff are coming quite easily. And I was looking at Earth Guide, the Earth Guide, you know, so that really attracted me just now. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Here we go. So sorry, my throat again. So I do feel this to connect to each other. So it's really again, because you have been head out of the water, head out of the soil, the grass, you have learned all that you learn, but I do feel there is a strong connection and an opening, because you have been able to also love unconditionally the earth and the universe. That's how everything is happening. It's like you had faith, and now there is a victory because you had faith about the earth, about the universe, and you really, I do feel you really have had to let go. You had to let go to let some things unfold. And when that things has unfold, it has been also accepting to let go of the blind, and accepting and be grateful of all that you have already in your life. No matter where you at, and no matter how challenging it can be, is really realizing all that you have. And it's a strong message because, again, it's easy to have a goal and to really lock ourselves into that goal and not seeing all the journey and all the beauty, all the little gift that is coming our way every day. So it's a very strong message here that I feel is like you have been through the learning, you have had to let go, and there is a sense of unity, unconditional love have really been helping you, and faith have really been helping you to get to that state. And it's almost like you were I see, you know, a hermit, you know, it's like when you are in a cocoon, but you are sleeping for a long time. And I do feel there is like the awakening. Here we go. There is the awakening of yourself. So you're not sleeping anymore, you know. Your head is come out of the water, of the soil, and you are seeing the light, and you are very surrounded by either your spiritual family or your earth family, and there is a sense of victory because now you are seeing things unfolding, and you have let go of the blind. You're seeing the world. It's almost, yeah, you're seeing your life and the world in another way. And I do love that because it takes a lot of courage to actually go down that way. So if you feel that is a message for you, make sure to let me know, because, and I want to say well done to you, because it's actually very difficult when we live in a world that is really well, there is a lot of stuff that are quite fake, and you know, it's easy to put blind on ourselves and to think the garden of someone else is better, and to not appreciate what we have. You know, it's very easy, sometimes you don't even realize it. And so I do feel this is a beautiful awakening, a beautiful message that you just received today, and I do hope you are really taking it very strongly on your heart, because to me this is magnificent. And then I do love this card, but you picked the first ray of power, and to me this card is really you taking back your power. So it's almost you not letting the world you live in it putting blind on yourself. You're actually awakening, and you actually you have learned and you understand how the world works, and you're not letting yourself fall into that circle of that, but you decide you're taking power of who you really want to be. And for you it's really believing in the in either in your God, or in your spiritual journey, or in the source, or in the universe, whatever you believe. But yeah, there is a sense now of like, I love the face of that lady. I don't know, it's a bit far away, but, and my camera might not focus on that, but she's like, yep, I totally see through. Yep, I totally, how to explain that? I have a very strong, yeah, kind of like, kind of like you told me, but I didn't want to believe, and now I'm like, I understand, you know, what you were trying to show me. Here we go, that's what it is. I do feel really strongly when she look at the universe, oh God, yep, I felt what you said, I understood it all, but you know, it's almost like I couldn't implement it in my life at that stage, but now I'm like, yep, you were right, and I'm hearing you now, and I'm understanding you, and I just love it. It's really beautiful. It's very beautiful. That's what I feel. And then we have I do feel also another message that is coming twice, but I was not taking attention of it. So I have one of the upside down card. And this one is it about taking a decision and a difficulty to really take a decision in your life. It's almost like there is some things there that still need to be worked on. And excuse me. But I do feel you know what it is. yeah, where is the other card where I felt, oh, this one, with the lover. And again, you see a unity around that. You see the two horses. So maybe the other message that could be there, because there is another message with the unity, and I do feel they go all together. The other message also with the unity is to really surround yourself with the people who really share the same ideas than you. And so also this card, I feel, it was the past. It was the past. It's not really the present anymore because you have accepted. But it's almost like it was like not able to share the same idea with someone, and kind of having a battle. But the unconditional love have really united you. So you can believe that that friendship or that love or that connection with that other human is either if it's gone for the moment, or because you felt like maybe it was not the right time to be surrounded by this person because you had not the same ideas, that because of the unconditional love, this will resolve. It will resolve. It's what I feel. It will resolve. And I do feel it's because you needed clarity for your own self, and because you know, when you are in a moment of accepting what is in your life, is where you also realize what is good for you, what serves you, what actually is not serving you anymore or at the moment. And so you kind of like do a cleanse in your life. And with that cleanse in your life, I do feel it might be a cleanse that might be permanent or might be a cleanse that just needed to be done. But you have understood that now. And you have accepted the life you have. Yeah, I do feel that's really strong. But I feel, you know, there is a lot of different message. Excuse me. And so you might get you might find that some message is really for you. So I feel there is 3 or 4 different message in this reading. So you might find to really focus on one that is really resonating with you. And that's why the collective is beautiful, because there is many message. And today, oh my god, even me, I was like, whew, there is a lot of message. And it's kind of like beautiful for me to hear and listen to all the message that has to come. But I found there was almost like it was a bit difficult for me to get clarity because there were so many messages, but they all came true, and now it really makes sense. And oh, that's beautiful. You see, you picked again the strength. So really the power, it's really you get back your strength because you have really surrendered and understood and accept what you have. It's kind of like, yeah, you're taking your power back, you know, you're not letting people decide what is good for you, don't get influenced by others, you're really taking all that strength back. And I do love that, no matter the challenge, no matter the storm. And I do love that card because it's really 2 people again. So you have the support, so by someone else to get that strength. So you're not alone in that. So either if it's the earth, the universe, a really strong spiritual being, or simply your partner or your friend, or your spiritual family, you really do have the support. And there is a sense of planet, you know, on both cards. You have the planet, you know, and I feel it's really the unity of like we talk about the religion, the belief system, or simply again the circle could be the planet. So it's almost like all the planets come and align to give you back the power you actually deserving. And look at that. What I love is that in the 3 cards, they all holding one of the power. So in this one is holding I don't know, planet, the moon, or something else. And then in this card, she's have the power of the light in her hand. It's just incredible. I just love that. And this one, he have a wand. How do you say that? A wand. And he have the light as well, and he's holding that in his hand. So I do feel, you know, there is really, you got back your power. And again, here as well, you have again that reminder of holding your power in. And this one is related to, oh, I just love that, guys, because to me, this is a very strong message when you get your power back. It's like you are able to achieve anything, and it's really, now you know what you really want from a heart place, not from an ego place. And that's very different. So all the move you will do in your life from now will be very different, because it's always from the heart. It's not an obligation. It's not because of the society. It's not because someone told you to do so. Influence. No, it's because it's coming from your heart. And I just love that. Exciting. And then we had the 3rd of May. I do feel we had that message not long ago with the 3rd of May. But we might need to hear it. Oh my god, guys! Yeah, I think it was last week when I was doing the 3 different reading. But I think you do need to hear this. Listen to that. I have the power to change my life. How beautiful is that? We really talk about getting back your power, and I just love it. Remember that whatever position you may find yourself in, your thinking got you there. The people around you are only mirroring that what you believe you deserve. Thoughts can be changed, situation can be changed as well. That boss that we find intolerable could become our champion. That dead end position with no hope of advancement may open up to a new career full of possibilities. The co-worker who is so annoying might turn out to be, if not a friend, at least someone who is easier to get along with. The salary that we find insufficient can increase in the twinkle of an eye. We could find a wonderful new job. There are an infinite number of channels if we can change our thinking. Let's open ourselves up to them. We must accept in consciousness that abundance and fulfillment can come from anywhere. The change may be small at first, such as an added assignment from your boss in which you could demonstrate your intelligence and creativity. You may treat a coworker as if they were not the enemy, and as a result experience a notable change in behavior. Whatever the change may be, accept and rejoice in it. You are not alone. You are the change. The power that created you has given you the power to create your own experience. Wow. This is incredible. So incredible. I just love it, because that makes even more sense on the reading we just done. Because it's really saying that is because of your own change, of your own acceptance, of your own unconditional love, unconditional faith, that actually things have been able to change, and you have another perspective. So yes, the job you may have now, and you might have restricted your mindset on it, and now you actually have the victory of all that you have put in place so far, and the power that created you has given you the power to create your own existence. And I just love that, because we have the first ray of power, and we have the strength again, and this is so beautiful to me. It really put back all all the message that we really had today in this reading. And I just love that, because of your own change, your own work, your own learning, you have your head out of the water, you have your strength back, there is victory. your work is actually something that's unfolding in your work or in your journey. You have the support, and you could hear that you are not alone. Yes, you are definitely not alone. You have your spiritual guide or your earth guide, and you are very well surrounded, and there is like beautiful victory. There is the victory here on everything of your life. Oh my goodness, I just love this message, and it's really a earth guide. Yes, guys, so I think this was very, very strong. I hear there is something else that I need to tell you. So if you ever feel lost, to always remember that you are not alone, and to connect to the unity of your heart, of the earth, and the universe, to really surrender and find your power back. Yeah, that's the message that you just received. Oh my god, I just love when I am able to really give you the message I receive like this. It's just so incredibly beautiful. So I think this really make this reading beautiful and wrap up everything. And honestly, if you loved it, and I know it's a bit going everywhere, but at the same time we are getting to a very strong message at the end. It's just everything needed to come together, and that's, you know, that's the beauty of me doing this straight away on my camera, and I'm giving you a reality of actually what I'm doing and how I work. And yes, sometimes there is some silence moment, but this is because I have to allow message to come to me, and I cannot rush message out, and I need to let everything unfold, you know. We don't rush the universe, the earth. We let them come to us to give us message. And so I felt today, you know, if you don't see me 1 week doing a reading, or if my reading is on a Monday or the other week is on a Tuesday, it's just because I listen to all of that, you know. I listen when it's okay for me to deliver you a message. And so today was perfect. It's a bit going everywhere, but we got the message at the end, that beautiful power, unity, and I just loved it. It's very, very strong. So really, guys, believe in yourself always. Take what really resonated with you and share with me. I love reading your comment. I love reading what resonated with you, and yeah, that would be amazing. And make sure to share this video to people you think it will be really helpful. And again, remember that you are the actor of your life. I'd say your light, yes, your light, your life, and your life, and that you make your own decision. I'm just a light on your path, alright? I wish you a beautiful week, and sending you lots of love again.